Welcome in, Paul Catalina's Top 5 on your Friday. Coaches who need to crush the 2025 portal cycle. Transfer fits is getting harder and harder to keep up with as there's like 1,500 guys in the portal right now, and I could just go on forever. So let's talk about some of the coaches that need to do well. Number 5, Mario Cristobal. Look, he obviously crushed it in the portal this year, not only with Cam Ward, but several other players, but very weak on defense. That defense was not good. Cam Ward was worth all 10 wins that they had this year because, again, that defense wasn't good. Sans Cam Ward, they're a 6-6 team more than likely. But he's shown the ability to recruit. He's built up some young talent there. But how does he fill that quarterback position? Because that's one that he does not have a quarterback of the future on the roster. They're going to lose some of those offensive studs, especially the running backs that they have that are good, a couple of the wide receivers. So how does he, especially Xavier Restrepo, who is way better than he's given credit for nationally, that's a dude who is really, really good and has been great for them for a couple years. But how does he do this and avoid being this year's Florida State, where a dynamic, once-in-a-generation quarterback comes and helps you out for a little bit and then is gone? So Mario Cristobal needs to crush it, or they're back to square one really, really fast. Number 4, Lincoln Riley. USC is average. Do they go try to get another quarterback to upgrade over Jade Maava? Miller Moss already in the portal. How do you keep improving on that defense, which was better this year? How do you find people that fit your offense? How do you get back to being QB guru, Lincoln Riley? These are all questions that he needs to answer as he moves forward at USC, because right now, this is most of his life is yelling at people because he's frustrated. It's not going at USC like it was going at Oklahoma. So how does he make that happen in the new era, and how can he get back to being the guy who coached all these Heisman Trophy winners and first-round draft picks and Jalen Hurts, who was a stud? How does he get back to that point? That is a huge question, and he has to start doing it in the portal because they don't have much room for error. He's making a lot of money to be better than he has been at USC so far. Number 3, Mike Gundy. Now, he disagrees. He says that's not true. No, he really has to kill it in the portal, especially on offense. He has nothing coming back. I mean, when I say nothing coming back, all these guys are graduating and gone. You know, that's it. He's got to hit on quarterback. He's got to hit on some offensive linemen. He's got to hit on some playmakers. Gone. He's losing a lot of people. A lot. Defense wasn't good anyway. So Doug Meacham, Todd Grantham, Mike Gundy, things are not good in Stillwater right now. They're tense. I don't care if they say they worked it all out. It's tense. If he doesn't start playing and coaching better, they are going to have a problem again. These things don't end well. When you get in a stalemate over a contract because you're 3-9, it doesn't just go away. No matter how much history you have at a university, the boards change. The alumni changes. Things go. People move on. People die. Then some of your advocacy goes out the window very slowly. It happens to almost every coach everywhere, and Mike Gundy's been at Oklahoma State long enough to where some generations have passed now, and the new ones want to see results. Number 2, Mike Norvell. It's no secret how bad they were, 2-10. He's already got Thomas Castellanos, a very athletic quarterback, in the fold, but that means he also still needs to develop those young guys behind him. Luke Kromenhoek gone, but they have, signees, Kevin Sperry, others in the barrel to develop. How can Gus Malzahn and his staff help with that? We'll see. But he's got to get offensive linemen, defensive linemen, linebackers, wide receivers. The only 2 positions that they don't really need to worry about are running back and defensive back. Those are kind of stacked at FSU, surprisingly enough. But anything that's in front of all those people is a problem, and they have to do that. And if he doesn't roll out a big, big upgrade in 2025, then it's not going to matter how much they have to buy him out for. They'll make a settlement and send him out the door and start from square one again, because 13-0 to 2-10 is unacceptable. I know technically 13-1, but shut up. I don't count the Orange Bowl. I don't believe it happened. It's a myth. It's my moon landing. Number 1, Hugh Freeze. Really just, here's the thing that's sad about Auburn's roster, and Garrett, back me up here. Hugh Freeze has done a really good job of building it, except for one thing, which is the thing he's supposed to be the best at, right?
The quarterback, absolutely.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The reason I like this GIF here is it shows to me what Hugh Freeze thinks of himself all the time. Like, he thinks that he's killing it. But he threw his quarterbacks under the bus this year. He had a nice win over A&M with Peyton Thorne. But, look, whether it's Jackson Arnold, whether it's getting Caden Salter back, whether it's anybody, the Ashton Daniels from Stanford, he's got to get a better quarterback. He's been able to get other pieces together, which look like a pretty good roster. I think most people would trade a lot of that with him. Probably better on defense when you've got weapons like Cam Coleman. They had great running game this year. Like, Jarquez Hunter's one of the best running backs in the country that nobody knows about anymore because Auburn was terrible in spite of how great he was. You got to get a quarterback. And Hugh, this is why they brought you in, to develop QBs, and you've been pretty conceited about your ability to do so to absolutely awful results. So he's got a lot of pressure, and really it's just about one position. If he can get a quarterback that can produce for them, he can get them back to a bowl game and competing for maybe a playoff spot. 9-3, 10-2 is not that big of a swing if you get the right QB. We'll see if he can do that, and we'll see if Hugh Freeze still has any juice left. I maybe don't believe it as much, and this is not a patient place in Auburn. That's going to do it for the top 5. Thanks to Texas Beef House as always. Have a great weekend, everybody.